friends, it's Debbie from Pouring My Art Out for the Lord, and I have an interesting little pocket tag to show you today how to make. It opens like this, and there's a nice roomy pocket in here. It's finished on all the sides, and it's just kind of a neat little, it's a tag shape, but it's an envelope or pouch as well. So, and when you put that in your journal, I haven't put a closure on it yet because I'm not sure if I want to do just put it on the page like this, or if I want to put it in a pocket like this, sort of hanging over the pocket. So I'm gonna decide how I want to put that in there. This is the journal that we're making over at, or this is the first 3 signatures of the journal that we're making over on our Inspired Junk Journals group on Ko-fi. So we're doing a Bible study and making a journal along with it. So these are going to be printables that will be free to the Inspired Junk Journal group. But you can make them with any paper if you like. So I'm just going to show you how to make one. So this one is just in those colors. This one I have partially finished just to kind of show you what I'm doing. But I'm going to show you another one here from scratch. Oh, and I initially saw an idea very similar to this from G. Kerr. On May 5th, 2019, she called it an envelope tag. It's a little bit different, and it's I have the printable for it. So this is how the printable comes. This is a different color, but all three of these variations will be free for my Inspired Junk Journal group. So to do this, I will, first I want to fold it in half hot dog style. You can score it if you want, but I find if you do it on a scoreboard like this, I put it against the edge, I fold it over to the edge, and it just gives a nice flush edge there. And then just give it a crease, and it should be a perfect fold like that. And then we'll want to make a couple of scores. So line up, depending on how your printer prints, it might not be exactly on the line. It should be close to 3.5 inches. But if it's not exact, you can just shift it over a little bit. And so you want to score it at 3.5 inches. So right between these 2 patterns. And then this will be about 8.5 inches. Again, just kind of shift it over if you need to shift it over a little bit. And score on that line as well. And then we will need one more score, but first I'm going to glue this pocket together, or not the pocket actually, but just the paper. Instead of printing this double-sided, I printed it on about 28-pound just copy paper, a little heavier copy paper, and I'm going to do it, make it double-sided, so it just makes a nice weight of tag when you do it that way. So I'm just going to put glue stick all over here. Just, if you do it all over instead of just at the edges, it just gives a nice weight to the tag at the end. So I'll just fold that again. Give it a little bit of a brayer just to get that nice and smooth. And then I want to fold on my 2 places that I scored. So there's one. And here's the other one. And then, so our pocket is going to look similar to this. And then what I want to do is I want to score 3/4 of an inch from the top of this would be the pocket and this would be the flap. So I'm going to score 3/4 of an inch from the top of those 2 layers. You might want to score it a couple of times here. And then you can just fold it a little bit, maybe front and back, just to kind of reinforce that it's going through a lot of layers there. So even just do it individually first and then together. If you have time to wait for your glue stick to dry, it does maybe fold a little bit better, but I'm not going to take time to do that right now, and you can make it work. All right, so there's that fold, and this is going to open like this, and then this is going to be our pocket. So now we wanted to make it into like a tag shape. So to do that, you can have a template. I often have templates cut out of my, here's one, my cards, my old gift cards. This one will actually work if I put it up to that. You want it from the fold up to the top, like that. If you don't have a card or whatever, you can just flip this over onto the other side and line that up and give it a cut there. And then you should have 2 identical tag shapes up there. So now you may want to ink around the edges, at least this one in particular will be hard to ink afterwards. I think the rest should be not bad. So what we want to do is we want to stitch along here, and then we want to stitch here, here, and here, if you're stitching. These ones are made to be stitched. These ones I actually, well, this one, I rounded these edges. I think maybe I'll do that with this one as well. Kind of gives it a neat look. You can do I'm just going to do a different, I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. The other one was a 1/2 inch rounded edge. So that will go like that. So I'm just going to go stitch here and then around here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that stitched just around here and on this edge. And then I put a little drop of tacky glue just where the threads end there. These 2 ends and then these 2 ends on the inside. And then I waited for it to dry for a couple of minutes, and then I trimmed those off. And then I just want to use my glue stick to glue these 2 sides together. We're going to sew it as well, but if you use your glue stick, it just gives that nice stiffness in that area again, because this will now be 4 layers of that paper. So I'll just glue that together like that. And then I'm going to stitch again, and this time I'm going to stitch here on the pocket, just in a U shape, and then I'm going to close it, and I'm going to sew all 4 edges of this top tag. I'm going to try to sew very close to this line, just slightly above, so that it doesn't hamper this opening, but it holds that securely as well. So all 4 sides there, and a U shape here. So I'll be right back when I do that. Okay, so I did those two stitching lines, so I stitched that U shape. Again, I put a dab of glue on each of the ends and trimmed those off, and then I stitched around this whole top trapezoid type shape up there. I'll probably just add a little bit of ink there. I inked around the edges, but that thread looks kind of bright, so I'm going to just give it a little tone down with this. And then you could be finished at this point. I'm going to just put an eyelet up here. You could also put a hole with a reinforcer. You could put a ribbon, whatever you like. I'm just going to put an eyelet, and then I could put a ribbon on again later if I want to. So I'm just going to mark the halfway point here. So that would be right here. And punch a hole with my Crop-A-Dile in that spot. And just put a little eyelet in there. There. And that really finishes it off nicely. These are also a part of a freebie with the Inspired Junk Journals kit, some library cards. So those fit perfectly in there. And I think I'm just going to finish this one off with a little label. These are from my collage kit that's on my coffee shop. But, you know, decorate them however you like. You could put a bit of cheesecloth or something underneath that. That would probably look nice. And I'm not going to put a closure on it yet. I may put a closure. You could put like a policy style envelope, the 2 circles with a little bit of string. I think that would look nice. I might even try that. You could use a little piece of Velcro. You could use a magnet. You could even just take a paper clip, a little bit of a decorated paper clip, and clip that on the side. That would look cute too. So finished front and back, and super simple, and a really nice pocket. So go make some, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, friends. Blessings.